So you're obsessed with trying to figure out what your perfect sense is, because that's how you think it works, right? You eventually just find a sense that works for you, and then suddenly you just get good mix, good aim, and good mouse control. Okay, yeah, you should be realizing by now, okay, yeah, that sounds pretty dumb, and yeah, it is. It's incorrect. You're basically just trying to find a reason or an excuse to why you're playing bad or have bad aim. And this is making you worse and not place in tournaments. So what do you do to fix this? My opinion on this is that you should just pick one sense that's usually in the higher ranges and just stick with it. Simple. No matter what sense you use, unless it's ridiculously high or ridiculously low for some weird reason, then you're going to get used to it no matter what. Wait, but you might be wondering why I said on the higher side, right? Well, this is because if any sense is better, it's going to be the higher sense. Since you obviously need less mousepad room, so you're going to have no problems with your mousepad area, especially if you do go to LAN. Like if you're a person that always went to LANs like a pro, it'll actually be very useful to have very high sense, because you'll never be limited by your mousepad area. So yeah, I'd just say get a higher sense than usual and just stick with that for years and years and just get used to it. It doesn't really matter what your sense is. You do not want to find yourself in the situation that some people are in, where they just like feel bad at the game one day, like their aim feels bad, their mix feel bad, and then they change the sense, and like a couple weeks they feel pretty good with it, and then another week they feel like they just have a bad day with the aim and they change it again. And then what happens with that is like they just constantly be in the cycle that they're repeating, and then every couple weeks when they have to get used to another sense, they're wasting more and more time of practice, because in that time, instead of being at their peak performance and then improving like above that peak performance, they drop down in skill because they have to get used to their new aim and their new sense. Okay, so yeah, just pick a higher sense than usual and just stick with that throughout the years. You'll get used to it, and then you can just purely focus on the improvement of your gameplay.